best heavyweight, the best professional wrestling discussion on the internet, World Wrestling Entertainment, TNA Wrestling, Ring of Honor, and much more. This, ladies and gentlemen, is In the Hot Seat with your host, Fortminorproject.
Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome to this week's edition of In the Hot Seat. And today, as always, I got a great show lined up for you guys, and of course I got a brand new guest joining me at this time as well. And would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, what's up, guys? This is Gold Dizzy back at you with Fortminorproject.
That's right, and it's a pleasure to have you on the show, and we got a lot to get to. So with that being said, I'm actually going to kick things off here, and what are your thoughts on should shows like SmackDown and TNA Impact be live?
I want to say with SmackDown, totally. I mean, it's WWE. They're the mecca of sports entertainment, of pro wrestling.
Right.
So SmackDown should definitely be live because, well, I mean, it's better when the show is live. You got that excitement that you're not really sure what could happen.
Yeah.
And Impact, well, let's just say if the show was maybe a little more entertaining, I would say it should be live. But I have a feeling that no matter if Impact's live or not, I really don't see it being that enjoyable.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think SmackDown should definitely be live.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Especially what happened with the whole situation with the main event of SmackDown. A lot of people were really pissed off about it, and it was pretty much, spoiled out there with the whole Christian situation, and a lot of people, were pissed off about it, and I know I sure was. And, if that wasn't, spoiled and it was live, I think, people might think a little bit more different, and overall, I did enjoy SmackDown. I watched it. I thought it was a good show. Christian and Randy Orton ended up having a good main event for the world title.
Yeah, they did. I'm glad you brought up the whole spoiler thing. Yeah. Yeah, it would definitely cut out the need for spoiling the show for people. I don't get the people that just want to, put the spoiler in the actual title of their videos. I mean, I don't mind people watching SmackDown, before it comes on Friday and telling, giving your review of it. That's fine. I choose not to watch that video until after Friday.
Right.
However, if you're going to put the spoiler in the title, I mean, that really pisses me off. But yeah, that definitely would be a great way to eliminate the spoilers that are everywhere. No doubt.
Yeah. All right, the next thing I got here, and this is going into my next topic that I got. Do you think there is too much WWE programming, and what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I totally agree about being too much, especially when you add in all the pay-per-views as well. I mean, WWE, I think, puts out at least 13 or 14 pay-per-views a year now. And when you add that, plus the shows they already have, I mean, let's break it down real quick. You have on Mondays, Raw and Tough Enough. NXT's on Tuesdays. Of course, that's WWE.com.
Yeah.
And then on Thursdays, you have Superstars. And Fridays, you have SmackDown. Well, first and foremost, NXT and Superstars, they could just X those shows out because they're kind of worthless to begin with. You have Tough Enough now, so Tough Enough definitely takes the place of NXT. And these pay-per-views, my God, sometimes you've got 2 pay-per-views a month, and it's a little overkill, especially with the prices of them going up instead of going down like they should be. But I totally agree. I think the WWE has way too much programming. They just need to eliminate a couple shows.
Yeah, and I think that if they do that, that would be fine. NXT is pretty much, like Tough Enough. In a way, and of course, Tough Enough being a better show than NXT. So if they get rid of that, I think that would be fine. I can pretty much live with that. Superstars is okay. I think they can keep that up. I think that's a good wrestling show, and to have some of the guys that aren't being used enough, get be noticed and stuff like that. So that's actually pretty cool. With the pay-per-views, yeah, there definitely should be some that should be taken away, so we have some more build-up, and with going into pay-per-views. So and maybe if they lower the prices too, like they were before pretty much as well. So I think that will also help too as well. Alright, the next thing I have here, and that is, what are your thoughts on Batista and Chris Jericho? Do you think they should come back? And if yes, what brands would you like them to come back?
Okay, well, Batista, I'm kind of stuck in the middle with. Yes and no on that. I think Batista's got an awesome entrance, and I'm talking about good guy Batista. He has the awesome ring entrance, the awesome pyro, the awesome theme. Very exciting. He gets you pumped up for the match. But in my opinion, it's when he steps foot in the ring is where I kind of lose my interest in him. He's got a couple good big moves, big power moves for a big guy, but I really don't think his wrestling is really all up to par. And I don't know, Chris Jericho definitely needs to come back, no doubt. He needs to come back as a good guy.
Yeah.
I miss seeing and hearing all of his catchphrases. The Ayatollah Rock and Roll, Monday Night Jericho, Raw is Jericho. I miss hearing all that. He needs to come back. It's definitely on Raw, no doubt. And, of course, Batista could go to SmackDown. I'm fine with that. But Jericho definitely needs to come back. He needs to come back as a good guy. And he just needs to bring back the good old days with his good guy character.
Yeah, I definitely actually would like to see both of them come back. With Batista, I can see him going to SmackDown. Being as a heel, I think, being as a heel again would be good for him over there, since there really isn't too much heels in SmackDown. So, I can see that. I think that could work for him. And yeah, definitely Chris Jericho, I miss him as well. I actually thought he was going to win the whole thing of Dancing with the Stars, since I heard he was doing really good and he gotten really far. But fortunately, he didn't, win it, and he did pretty well. So I was happy about that. With him being on Raw, I can see that as well. To me, it doesn't matter if it's going to be a face or a heel. He's still great at it. So hopefully.
Oh, he's good both ways.
Oh yeah, definitely. So hopefully, we'll get to see Chris Jericho, maybe by the summer or something, or by the end of the year. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So definitely looking forward when he comes back. And the last thing I have here, and what are some of your favorite wrestling books, or what are some books you're looking to read that you haven't read yet?
This is a fantastic question. Like most of you guys here in the YWC, you guys probably hate reading. I was definitely that way.
Yeah.
And throughout school, I hated reading. Even when I had to read a book for class, I usually never did, because reading just wasn't hip to me back when I was a younger kid.
I understand.
However, now that I'm an adult, I kind of still hate reading. However, I was introduced to Hollywood Hulk Hogan's autobiography.
Oh, okay.
And I got that for a Christmas gift several years ago, and I started reading it, and I was hooked the first page. It was an amazing book, actually. That was the first wrestling book I read, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. But since then, I've read several. I have a real nice little collection of books now. And as far as the ones you should check out, Chris Jericho's A Lion's Tale, Around the World in Spandex is a fantastic read. Bret the Hitman Hart, My Real Life in the Cartoon World of Wrestling, another fantastic book. Any book by Mick Foley, Have a Nice Day, Foley is Good, Hardcore Diaries, all of those are fantastic. He even has the new one, Countdown to Lockdown, which is this TNA book. I do have that. I haven't read it yet, but I am looking forward to seeing it, or reading it, I should say.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero's book, Cheating Death, Stealing Life, that's fantastic as well. Stone Cold Truth, another good book. Jerry the King Lawler, It's Good to Be the King, sometimes, fantastic book. Now, the great thing about these books, sure, you got your DVDs. You can watch the DVDs, and you can be fulfilled with that, right? But the DVDs don't really tell you everything.
Yeah.
The books do. When these books are out, these wrestlers write these books. Usually they get help with somebody or whatnot. But they write these books, and you get to hear the full story that you normally wouldn't hear, that the DVD wouldn't tell you. But yeah, these books are fantastic. I think if you just take the time to actually pick one up and read it, I think a lot of you guys will be surprised.
Yeah, I was pretty much the same. I didn't really like books until I picked up, one of the wrestling books, and I was really entertained by them, and I really enjoyed them. Pretty much the first one I read was Mick Foley's Hardcore Diaries, and that was pretty much one of the first wrestling books I actually checked out. Then over time, my book collection got, a little bit more bigger, and I showed you guys some of the books that I have. You named a lot of great books. The Eddie Guerrero one is a great book as well. Even Shawn Michaels' Heartbreak and Triumph was a good book as well.
That is a fantastic book.
Yeah, it was also kind of like the DVD, but the DVD doesn't really do it justice. Pretty much the book goes into it a lot more. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Chris Jericho Undisputed too as well. Definitely one of my favorite books. Batista Unleashed. Any one of those books, are good to read, and definitely ones I suggest you guys. So definitely check out any one of those books, and they're definitely good to read.
Hey, have you read the new Jericho book?
Yes, I have the Undisputed one, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I haven't picked that up yet. I'm looking forward to it though.
Oh yeah, it's a great book, and I think you will like that one. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What I have with the topics and everything like that. Is there anything else that you want to get your final thoughts on, or anything else like that?
Final thoughts. Just pro wrestling is pro wrestling, guys. You got to take it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Find the things you enjoy about it, and watch that. And for all you up and coming YouTubers, in the YWC, just make videos that you care about. Talk about stuff that inspires you, that you're passionate about, whatnot, and make videos. That's the only way people are going to get to know about you, and that's about it.
All right. Well, it's been pleasure having you here, and you guys can definitely continue the discussion down below. What are your thoughts on the topics that we talked about? And that about does it for this week's episode of In the Hot Seat. And I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.